Hello, just a quick video today. I just noticed when I saw on Reddit that somebody got the V50 of the Oculus software, I thought I'd take a quick look, because one of the things it mentioned is sort of a little improvement in hand tracking, which I found interesting actually. And one of the improvements is that you can now use, rather than using this kind of pointing thing where you lock on with your fingers, and once you've got the reticle in the right place you can pinch and then move like this. Now you can actually use direct touch, which works pretty well actually. So your finger won't go through whatever surface it's supposed to be touching or anything like that. So we can go into here and then into settings, and you activate this via the experimental settings. So if we go in there, and then you've got direct touch in here, so you can just click on that as you would normally. But yeah, it works pretty good, and it's sort of like a little taste of what hand tracking is working towards, I think. I did try to do this. It was a weird coincidence that this has actually been an update that happened today, because this was a little weird coincidence where I was thinking about why I can't do that actually in the software update, but then obviously this update happened and it's rectified that. So it's still obviously an experimental feature at the moment, but it does work, and this is a much more natural way. It feels odd and probably will take a little bit of getting used to, really. But for the most part, I can see this being something that they'll just keep working on. And as hand tracking gets better, and hopefully we'll get some sort of dedicated hardware for hand tracking, rather than them using the tracking cameras to sort of make it work in this way. There's still a little bit of latency. It's much better than it was when it first launched, and it works much better. You still get this slight glitching, the crossover and stuff. You still will get this glitching thing, but it works much better than it did before, and there were constant improvements. But this was just an interesting thing that I thought that they've added in. And so if you get, see that, oh, that's because, so I had a reticle then here to pinch, and because that was on there I wasn't able, oh no, I can, I don't know what's going on here. So it seems to glitch out if your other hand is sort of taking the attention away, maybe, I don't know, because even if the other hand is doing something I can still sort of work it, but it glitches out a little bit. So it's still not perfect, but if I put my other hand by the side so it's only focusing on one hand, that seems to work a little bit better. Let's just go back into settings. See, this is working much smoother than it was a minute ago when the other hand was still visible, so there might still be a little bit of work. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I did like this little addition, and it does feel natural, but you know, there's still work to be done. And once we get maybe some kind of controller which, like the thimble, I mean, this is something that Apple are rumoured to be working on, is like a thimble with some kind of haptics built in and stuff. That would make a difference. At the end of the day, you're still touching empty air, so it doesn't quite feel natural, but it's quite a good implementation for an experimental feature. But that's it for me anyway. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.